Hey guys, so today I'm going to share with you how I do some keyword research using Claude along with Data for SEO. I've also got a script that makes installing Data for SEO infinitely easier that I will be sharing with you as well if it's something that you're interested in. Now, I've coded all of this to run inside my ContentForge program, but this is kind of the process that I used to go through that led to me building the automated process, right? So here's the first prompt that I'm going to go ahead and give Claude inside of a project here for my Brush Creek plumbing company. So I'm planning a blog strategy for this client. You can review their site. I'm giving them a link to the site. I want to build topical authority for a couple of their services, and I'm giving them a link to each of those service pages that I want to focus on. Do some keyword research on those and identify a target keyword for each blog, a title, and a meta description for the blog. I want to know the average search volume and the difficulty to rank for the keywords. We should be basing this off of their local market. I want to make sure that we're looking at their local traffic and market, right? Because these guys aren't nationwide plumbers, they serve a specific area. So let's do 12 blogs and pick keywords by traffic, commercial intent, and cohesiveness to the core service offering. So we're going to go ahead and tell Claude to get that underway. And what we're going to see here is first they're going to look at the site so that it can understand what it is we're working on. And now it'll tell us, all right, I've got some service context. Now we're going to use Data for SEO to get some search volume and difficulty for those keyword clusters in Santa Rosa and Sonoma County markets. And you can see it's making the Data for SEO API calls. While it's doing that, all those kind of big corporate places, especially now that SEMrush has been acquired by Adobe, instead of paying $300, $400, $500, $600 a month for that stuff, this actually pays per use. And it's quite affordable. So, a lot of people, $50, $60 on Data for SEO will last them a month or two. So, and let's go ahead and pull up Data for SEO. I'll kind of show you guys that really quick while that's running in our background. All right, so dataforseo.com. You guys can go ahead and go take a look at it. I'm going to go ahead and sign in to our dashboard. And it's basically you just add money to the balance and then you run until you run. You can see here it thinks that my $254 will go over 300 days. That's probably not quite true. I haven't been making a ton of calls here lately, but it does give you that idea, and it's more accurate as you get more consistent. So basically when you set this up, you're going to need, if you look at API access, you'll need your login information and you're going to need your API password. So the reason that these are important is if you use my script to set this up in Claude, you're going to need this when it asks for your login, and then it's going to ask you for your password. When it does that, it's not asking for your password to log into Data for SEO, it's asking for your API password. So you want to make sure that you have those two things in order to set it up. So we're going to jump back over here to Claude, and you can see they've pulled a bunch of information, and now they're actually putting together the strategy document for me that's going to give me everything that I asked for. All right, and here's our breakdown. We can see target keyword tankless water heater, $5,400 a month in California, so it didn't quite get as specific as I wanted it to. I could reprompt it and tell it, let's focus specifically on these counties or these cities. This is just like having a conversation with Claude for anything else. The difference is it will call Data for SEO to do it. I'm not going to do that right now. We're just going to keep moving on. But it's giving me the intent. It's letting me know the average cost per click. This could be useful information if I'm going to build an ad strategy around it, which I am for these guys. And if we go down, it's going to break that down even further. And then we'll get to our service cluster 2, bathroom remodel plumbing, toilet installation cost. So all things that I can now go create blog content for to target these keywords. And we've got an idea of kind of the direction we're wanting to go and build towards, all using the Data for SEO API, or MCP, with Claude. to get the real search volume instead of the ghosted stuff that Claude will give you sometimes, right? I've made it super easy to set up the MCP. I actually created a script. I'm going to make that available for everybody inside the Growth Engine Room community. If you're not already a member, feel free to go ahead and join. The link will be down below. We have a document here that'll walk you through everything that you need to have and download. And then essentially, once you've done that, you're going to open up a terminal on your computer, and then you're going to run a script, and it's going to set everything up for you. You'll restart Claude, and then you'll be able to use the MCP. So super easy. It should take 5 minutes to set up. So if that's something you guys want to test out, something that you'd like to use, get your DataForSEO account set up, grab the script from the Growth Engine Room, and give it a go.